What's up, everybody? It's your brother, Guy Nollywood Jr., and I want to apologize for uh, showing this, not being consistent on my programs. I know I've been a little tied up with things. I'm also having technical difficulties and stuff, so I want to apologize because I know I supposed to schedule this program last week. And I want to give a shout out to my brother Shaka Amos. That was his video, his song actually. I want to definitely promote his songs, and because I think he got some skills, man. I think that brother got some skills. I'm just gonna share this out real quick. Hopefully people will come on. If not, they can watch this at a later date. I want to bring up a couple of things too. We could talk about the little about what happened in Alabama brawl a little bit. Let me see something. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, I want to show this video. Well, not, I can't show it, but it's like I said, I'm not giving nobody no clout. I'd rather let you hear it to show it. Let's see if I can do it this way. Favorites. I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is it right here. I'm not trying to give nobody no clout. So in this video, I'll just play the audio, and as you can see, damn, I forgot to put my own topic here at the bottom. There you go. And of course, today's topic is B-Rab Babble debate. I call this the B-Rab battle debate. And basically, you will hear, I won't show it because these people are not important, but I'll let you hear the debate and show the nonsense that you're about to hear. And basically, you'll hear about who killed Malcolm X and was it Elijah Muhammad, and you hear an older B-Rab trying to convince or trying to school a younger wannabe B-Rab, and this younger cat is not really in the Nation of Islam. He has nothing that you could just pretty much tell. And if you looked at him, he has nothing. He has no relations or no affiliation with the Nation of Islam. I thought this video was kind of funny. I wanted to share this because you got people out here that is so much in love. You got dudes out here that is so much in love with another dude, because that's what you're hearing. You're hearing dudes that are in love with another dude. I want to show something real quick. Let me see. Let's see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this because I want to share something else, but I forgot to do it. Um, put some images here. So, okay. So I want to just do that. Okay, now I'm all set. So I'm going to play this video just to show you how sick-minded these people are and show you how misguided these people are. And again, I apologize for the late show. And then I can understand that people won't be able to see my program because They might, of course, they probably show it at a later date, and it's cool. But here we go. I want to play this video. Just play this audio because I thought this audio was kind of interesting, and I will pause it to give my insight. Here we go. And again, welcome to my channel. As you get, it's your brother, God Hollywood Jr. From the RBG Nation. And I'll give a shout out to Cool Gamer for coming through. Brother Bakari, peace. Hotep. Cool Gamer, shout out to you. Brother Bakari, peace. Black Power, African Love, all that good stuff. And brother, if you want to come on, we could talk about more of the of what your thoughts of this video, or you could talk about the brawl. That I want to talk about that a little bit, probably after I talk about this, because I really want to talk about the mindset, the cult mindset of our people, because it's scary. It's very scary, because it reminds me of the what's in the Bible, that how Jonathan loved David more than he loved women. And you got a lot of black men are doing that now. They in love with Farrakhan, they're in love with Elijah Muhammad, and these people cannot do no wrong. And again, this is dealing with religion. So that, I love women more. I love women more than I love men. So that's just me. That's how I take it. I love women more than anything, because a woman gave me life. She brought me into this world. So, I love my brothers, but at the end of the day, I can't go that way. I can't go that way. So again, we got to understand where the Bible come from, and all this homosexual traits that's coming, that basically they put that, they letting they basically what they saying, they just putting their lifestyle in these Bibles and in these Qurans. So I'm going to play this audio. I thought this audio kind of funny. Brother Bakari, you might know who this person is. It's just hilarious to me. Here we go.
His side of a never-ending controversy. We love redundant topics. I mean, this topic is 50 years old, 60 years old? I don't know how old this topic is, but we can't get enough. We can't get enough of these topics here. And so, almost everybody involved is dead. This is a topic that we just can't get enough of. But I guess since we're not building anything, we don't have nothing else to do, we can concentrate on these type of topics, because we don't have nothing else to do. It's not like we're putting up skyscrapers. It's not like we have 100 million acre farms. It's not like we're building power plants or nothing like that. So we're going to waste our time with talking about dead folks and what they did or did not do, because I was not there. I wasn't there. And the majority of people that's going back and forth wasn't there. And a lot of those who probably could tell us what happened, most of them not going to say anything, or they're dead. So I don't know what the deal is. But we have a brother here. I know him as Qadar Muhammad on Facebook, and he's going by Black God Bodies. So I guess I call him Black God Body. Here, we're going to call him Black God Body. We're going to give this brother an opportunity and a chance. And I'm just going to sit back in the cut and let him explain some things that he found that I was posting, and maybe other people was posting, that's very upsetting. And here, I don't know about other people. Like I told you, I wasn't there. So, And I also can admit I could be wrong. I don't know why people call me a liar. It's not about lying. It's about I could be wrong in my information. I could be in error. And since I'm a truth seeker, and I am not pro Malcolm, I'm not pro Elijah Muhammad in that way. I accept things as they are. It is what it is. Because I love Elijah Muhammad and I also love Malcolm X. I love all our people who was involved in the struggle. And I also understand that we're not perfect. Nobody is perfect. People do things and make mistakes. I mean, even when you look at the scriptures, the prophets failed. They couldn't handle, the harsh laws and things. So, I mean, they couldn't make it. Even Jesus lost his temper and got to kicking ass in the temple. You got to get the hell out of here. So nobody is perfect, and that's what we're not here. We just want to talk about some things here in a civil, cordial manner and come up with some truth. And like I say, it really, when it's all said and done, it really doesn't make any difference because that's over, that's done, that's the past. But this is one of the conversations that we like to have, so we're going to have it to this afternoon. It's still afternoon. It's evening on the East Coast. After 6 o'clock is evening. So we're going to give this brother, I'm going to sit back in the cut, let this brother present his case. Because, brother, you're in a court setting here. You're on trial. I just want to let you know you're on trial. And I guess you're going to be the prosecutor. I'm going to be the defense. And you get to put on your case and whatever. Like I said, I'm not presenting no evidence. I'm not presenting no evidence or anything. I'm just hoping that people use common sense and logic and reason because this story has been going on for so long and people presented different information, whatever. It's known. So really the bottom line is, just like in religion, no matter what you present, it don't make any difference. People that want to believe, they're going to believe. It don't make any difference. But we're going to give you that opportunity to bring your case. So I'm going to open up the floor. I want everybody in my audience now or after this broadcast is put down. We're going to bring on this brother here, Brother Black Godbody. So the Realities Temple welcomes Brother Black Godbody to the forum. Thank you, brother, for joining us this afternoon.
Peace and blessings to you as well, brother. First, I just want to thank you so much for bringing you on my platform, bringing you on your platform. I've never been on any internet show before, so
you have?
I feel a little bit like a celebrity. I don't got no media training in there.
Well, I only get 10 views, so.
Yes, sir. No problem. So I've never been on no TV show. But I just thank you so much for inviting me on your show, and just so that we could have dialogue just on our history and things of that nature. I don't intend to be on too long because I got another actually business webinar to attend because I'm also an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I'll only be on for like 15 minutes at the most. So I guess as Brother Malcolm would say in one of his lectures, he said, let's get down to the nitty gritty of things, right? I remember he said that. He said, get down to the nitty gritty. And one of the things, I don't really have too much to, or like to state a case or anything. I don't talk to the feds or nothing like that. But one of the things that kind of, I guess, puzzled me that I heard a lot of people say, and I believe even you stated on social media, was that a lot of the messengers' wives were underage, right? And you said that since these women were underage, but we know in history that Malcolm himself was engaged to one of them and then dated 3 of them. And he was like around late 20s and 30 years old. So my question to you is, if they were underage, if it's true that they were underage, then wouldn't that also make Malcolm what you call a messenger?
Yes. No problem with that. If that's true, yes.
Okay, well, that's not only my case for you, but then that will also be my case for everybody else who say that he would be the same thing as well. But the truth of the matter is these women weren't underage. In fact, the women themselves said that wasn't true. And the crazy part about it to me is that their information is for view on the internet. So you can see their birth certificates and things of that nature for some of them.
Okay, since you're only going to give us 15 minutes because you're so busy and all that kind of good stuff.
Yes, sir.
See, when we bring up what Malcolm done, that's a distraction tactic. That's a distraction tactic from Elijah Muhammad.
Now I'm gonna stop it right there. For the first time, I agree with Nut 7. For the first time, when it comes down to the Nation of Islam, what they did to Malcolm, and even in this babbling debate, I agree with Nut 7 100%. 100%. Because when these cornballs, first of all, for one thing, I don't even know why Nut 7 even wastes his time arguing with a young cat who hasn't really experienced life. Now, he's going by hearsay. This young whippersnapper is going by hearsay. He hasn't done no research. Number one, he wasn't there during the time when the conflict between Malcolm and Elijah happened. That's number one. He hasn't really done any research. He's talking about what some women said. He never presented any evidence because everything is in writing. Even Nut 7 said that you're on trial. And when you're on trial, you're supposed to show documentation. We don't want to hear people's opinions. We don't want to hear people's thoughts or how I feel or whatever. We don't want to hear these things. People been into enough court cases, or whether they did jury duty or whatever, they should know how the system works. But for some reason, and I know how black people are when it comes down to evidence, black people feel that they don't have to show evidence to other black people. But when you go to the white man's court, you would have to show documentations. The white man will tell you, where's your proof? Do you have anything in writing? Can you show a video? Can you show something? You cannot go into the white man's court and just show up without any paperwork. It just don't work like that. And he said these women were not underage. They were actually full-grown women. But he didn't show no paperwork. Even when they said, when they keep saying, well, Elijah Muhammad said, leave Malcolm alone. But where's the proof for that? Because even during that time, they were still slandering Malcolm. They were still, writing papers and calling Malcolm a hypocrite or whatever. There's no proof of Elijah Muhammad saying that leave Malcolm alone. There's no evidence of that. There's no proof. There's nothing in writing. So it's a big lie. And again, I don't even know why this old man trying to convince a young kid who don't know anything. You're just talking. I wouldn't even give him. I would have said, man, go about your business. You said that, and first of all, he said he only got 15 minutes. I would have just cut the conversation short and said, look, man, you go about your business, man. It's obvious you don't know what you're talking about. You're not showing no documentation. You're going by hearsay. You're bringing up Malcolm. Then he brought up Malcolm, which Nut 7, which he was correct. That is a distraction tactic. When I had a debate with one of the B-Rabs, this is what he would do. Oh, let's talk about Malcolm. My debate had nothing to do with Malcolm X. Had nothing to do with Malcolm, because their hatred for Malcolm is so strong. This is what they'll do. They'll bring up Malcolm X and take the focus away from the real problem from Elijah Muhammad and the rest of them goons. This is what they do. But let's continue.
What Malcolm did, Malcolm was a whore, and Malcolm was drunk in the middle of the road in his underwear, guiding traffic. That has nothing to do with what Elijah Muhammad done. However, at the same time, Malcolm was in his 20s. These women had to be
actually in his 30s. Actually,
30s or whatever. Malcolm was a single man. And if he messed with underage women and had sex with them and got babies by them, yes, he is messed up just like, but there's no reports. Nobody said that he was, just because you are talking to a woman don't mean that you're having sex with her. And nobody can claim, besides Sister Betty, that Malcolm got babies by nobody else. So it don't make any difference about all that. Now, when it comes to Elijah Muhammad, that's a distraction tactic to Elijah Muhammad. If you go to court, it's not, if we was in court, you couldn't talk about Malcolm. When you go to court, it's strictly about Elijah Muhammad. It don't make no difference what Malcolm done.
Facts.
Elijah Muhammad, the difference between Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X is that he was a teacher.
Malcolm was a teacher.
Malcolm X was a student. Elijah Muhammad is the ultimate example of his teaching.
That's right.
But behind closed doors, he was doing something else, and that's the problem.
And that's the problem when you're dealing with cult mentality. A lot of these so-called leaders, they become power stricken, and they feel that they can do anything they want because then when the people looked at these leaders as gods, they have this thing where I could do whatever I want, and anybody try to be like me will get punished. They have this God mentality, this narcissistic mindset. I could do whatever I want. I got money. I got the fame. I can do whatever I want. No one can tell me nothing. And this is the problem. This is the reason why the Nation of Islam became a failure, because the leadership was twisted. The leadership was corrupted. But to take the issues that Elijah Muhammad, they put it on Malcolm. Oh, Malcolm was the problem. There's no proof that Malcolm cheated on his wife, Betty. There's no proof that Malcolm was drinking and smoking in the nation. There was no proof of that. Actually, Malcolm was clean. He was clean cut. Malcolm, there was proof that Malcolm witnessed people eating bacon, doing other things. There was ministers in there doing the total opposite what they were supposed to do. So you have a lot of hypocrisy within the nation. And they were mad at Malcolm because Malcolm was considered more perfect than his teacher. But they don't want to talk about that. They want to say, Malcolm was a goody two-shoes. And everybody in the nation did not like it. That's the bottom line. And you got this young cat. He's talking about something that he hasn't. He talk about something that he hasn't witnessed. He hasn't done no research on. And that's the problem with these young cats, because they've been told something totally different. Been told nonsense and they're not even doing the homework. He wasn't there during that time. He don't know what happened. A lot of these cats that been around, that's living today, that been around right before Elijah Muhammad passed away. These people were baby. They were young. You can't talk about something, even when they were around, they cannot even talk about something that when they were a kid, you're a child. You should stay in children's place. One person, I'm not going to mention this person's name, she said she was 11 years old. What the hell do you know at 11 years old? You was a kid right before Elijah Muhammad passed away. You know nothing. You're supposed to stay in a child's place. When I was growing up, I was told to stay in a child's place. You don't get in grown folks' business. So whatever Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X was, whatever problems they had, that was grown folks' business. So I'm not going to listen to somebody who was damn there. Oh, Hotep Rashid. Hotep, Brother Rashid, long time. Hotep, Sister Deborah. How you doing, sis? Long time. I'm good. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate y'all. So I'm not going to listen to somebody who's 70 years old talking about something that when they was damn near a child. You was a child during that time. Hotel KW Dawn 7 was good. Hotel. I'm glad to hear that, sis. Glad to hear that. I'm glad. And you look great. I love your TikTok videos. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like TikTok more, you know, because, you know, you do get more attention on TikTok. So I put a lot of real stuff on there. You know, whatever I talk about here, I put it on TikTok. And for some reason, you get more. People love that. People love you bring the truth out. And I'm growing on TikTok, big time. Growing on TikTok, man. It's all about spitting the truth and leave that goofy stuff. Leave the goofy stuff for goofy people, man. That's how I look at it. I just leave the goofy stuff for goofy people. So, you know what I'm saying? So my TikTok is growing because I'm putting a lot of real information up on there, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know? So I'm glad everybody came through. Appreciate every last one of y'all. So yeah, I'm not going to listen to somebody who's going to tell me who's going to tell me how it was between two grown people when they themselves was an adult, and they're going to tell me as a child anything that you learning now what happened in the Nation of Islam. You know, you had to been a kid. You had to been damn near 11, 12 years old. So like I said, when I was taught to stay out of grown folks' business and stay in a child's place when I was a kid. So that's how it's supposed to be. But let's continue. Because I thought this debate, like I said, I'm not going to understand why a grown person wants to even debate a kid who know nothing about anything. It's obvious this kid is regurgitating bullshit. He's regurgitating what he saw on some YouTube video or what some Nation of Islam member said, and without doing his own research. And that's the problem with our people.
The problem is not what he done, because there's a lot of brothers right now that practice polygamy. They tell you in their face, I got 3, 4, 5 wives. Elijah Muhammad was teaching monogamy, but he was practicing something else behind secret and closed door. What do a righteous man have to hide a secret for?
That's true. Do
you know the Nation of Islam protocol on marriage? Do you know what it is?
Yep, I know, of course.
What is? What's the protocol?
Well, I know for one that you supposed to only marry one wife, right? You got one wife, and then the messenger or anybody that he sits in their seat can have more than one wife, just as it was in pretty.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You heard what he said? He said those who was a messenger or sitting in a seat can have more than one wife. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's not one of the laws that Elijah Muhammad put in place. You're supposed to have one wife. Anything after that is what they call fornication. So the kid don't know anything, and then he's calling. Then again, these are wannabe B-Rabs that just want to say because it's cool to call yourself a Muhammad. It's cool to call yourself a X. It's cool. That's a cool thing to say. That's how you get women. That's how you get attention. And that's a lie. He don't know that this is a young kid. I won't even waste my time. I said, man, get off my feet. You don't know nothing. And everybody know if you have wives or you decide to have another wife or whatever. And I said this in my last and I said this in the debate when I debated one of the Bozo B-Rabs. I said, look, you supposed to have a ceremony. You supposed to show that, hey, I'm getting married to another woman. But he did not do that. You don't keep nothing a secret. Elijah Muhammad got 9 women, young women pregnant. He took advantage of his power and got young women pregnant. That's the bottom line. He didn't have no wives. The only wife that he had was Clara Muhammad. But you see how much these dudes are so much in love with another man. They're so much in love with another man, they're willing to protect wrong. And that's why I have a problem with some of these dudes out here. They will ride with another dude and protect wrong because they so much in love with another dude. Let's continue.
Pretty much for every prophet or messenger of Allah. I know Abraham had more than one wife, David, and many other men. Many other men of God, they all had more than one wife. But his followers didn't have more than one wife. Not too many.
That's a lie.
I know of, unless it was appointed by Allah. The same way it was for the messenger. He had more than one wife. But more than one wife. But something else I was gonna add to that you just spoke on. Oh, okay. You can see the comments on here. Cool. But one of the things, I didn't notice that. But one of the things that I was gonna say is that. So you're saying that if the messenger is supposed to just broadcast that he has more than one wife, why does he have?
Yes. What are you hiding?
So why? Why
are you hiding?
Why?
There's no reason to hide. Why is it a big secret? And you don't even know. Why? You don't even know Nation of Islam protocol.
Why?
You said that you know Nation of Islam protocol. The protocol is
he has more than one wife.
The protocol in the Nation of Islam.
He has more than one wife.
See, look, you don't even know the Nation of Islam. This is the teaching.
He has more than one wife. You ain't gonna win it. So
this is the teaching.
Why
you don't know
the teaching. He has more than one wife.
Because you don't know the teaching.
Why does he?
You don't know the teaching.
More than one
the
wife.
teachings.
Why does he broadcast?
See, now he's being silly. Now it's off here. This young whippersnapper, he's being silly. He's keep repeating himself. Why he have to have one wife? Why he got to say he got more than one wife? Elijah Muhammad is the one who made up the rules. He was the made of the rules. Elijah Muhammad broke his own rule. That's the bottom line. And because this dude is so much in love with Elijah Muhammad, he feels that Elijah Muhammad could do anything he wants because he's a messenger of God. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. These dudes are in love with another man. Dudes are in love with another dude. That's a problem. And people don't see the sickness behind this. And I really start thinking this dude, this young cat that Nut 7 is talking to, I really believe this dude might have some homosexual tendencies. I'm going to be honest with you, bro, in his private life. That's a problem. Now, I'm surprised that Nut 7 want to entertain that. You're a grown-ass man, dude. Why are you entertaining that? I just don't make any sense. But this kid don't want to listen. He don't want to learn nothing. He's going by his feelings. He's going by what he thinks. And he's wrong. At the end of the day, the kid is wrong.
He has more than one wife. You gonna answer? I got 9 brothers and sisters. I can go. I can go. I'm telling you, brother.
I know you can go. You're not answering the question.
You gonna answer? No, because I answered the question. I asked the question first.
You don't know the Nation of Islam teaching. I asked you, do you know the Nation of Islam protocol teaching? This is what he expects from everybody else. This is what he expects from everybody else.
Bro, I literally.
When you are interested in a female or vice versa, you go to the sister captain.
Wait. I was gonna ask you. How do you know? What I was gonna ask you is how do you know he didn't?
I've been in my relatives was in the Nation of Islam since when Elijah Muhammad was there. I joined Louis Farrakhan. I joined Louis Farrakhan when I was 18 years old. I know what the protocol is. You're not even been in the Nation of Islam.
You know that he didn't ask that, or that he didn't get it.
Because when you're interested in a person, you take it before the body.
That's true.
Except for the messenger.
Why? No, that's not the teaching. So what? He's the leader.
That's true. He's right.
That's like asking.
It's not the teaching.
Why is the leader given a pass?
Okay, here, let me put it like this.
The leader wants the one who made up the rules.
Right?
Show me in the Nation of Islam teaching. So you don't even know it's not in the Nation of Islam teaching.
Here, let me ask you this, okay? And then I'll give you an example. And then if so, you can roast the hell out of me, okay? Listen to this. Now, let's say, you know how when we come in the mosque, right? You got to get searched and things like that, right? Have you ever come into the mosque where you got to get searched? Now, you think when Minister Farrakhan come in, I'm just using him as an example. When Honorable Minister Farrakhan comes in, you think he just gonna you think they're gonna search the minister? Because it don't make sense, right? It don't make sense. Why would the leader, the one that we're trying to protect, have to serve by those type of rules?
That's security. That don't have nothing to do with it.
But that's what I'm saying.
This is a moral issue. This is a teaching issue, sir.
Oh Lord.
You're teaching monogamy, but behind closed doors in secret. But not only are you doing that.
Okay. Well, I answer your question, but my question
look at this. Look at this. Let's say for instance. Okay, for you it's acceptable. For me it's not acceptable. We're gonna skip that. Because you only got 15. Because you got 15 minutes, and you knew that you had 15 minutes. You're gonna come here and run. Okay, let's say he don't have to broadcast. Cool. That's acceptable. This man is 20, 30, maybe even 40 years older than these women.
That's true.
That happened for a lot of the messengers of Allah. You gotta take that up with Allah.
Oh my God.
I have to check out that's disgusting.
You gotta take that up with Allah.
That's disgusting.
You have to take that up with God.
What man in their right mind gonna sit back in the cut and let's say they're not underage like 18 or nothing like that. Let's just say they're 18 over. He's an old. He's 20. These women are 20 years old. This man is what? 55, 60, 65, 70? How old is he?
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he gotta be. I know he's over 100 now. He was born in 1890.
Do you have children?
No.
If you had a little girl, I'm 60 years old.
No, sir.
Okay, I'm 60 years old.
His father's there.
Would you let your 20-year-old daughter mess around? Well, if she's of age, it don't make it. There's nothing you can do about it. But I mean, would you approve of a 60-year-old man dating your 20-year-old, 18-year-old daughter?
No.
Would you want her to do that?
No.
Okay, that's my point. And so it don't make any difference. Why didn't Elijah Muhammad?
No, there is a difference.
Why didn't he choose? Why didn't he choose one of the?
Some old man.
Why didn't he choose some of these older women?
That's the difference. He's the messenger of Allah, not just.
Who cares who he is? That's a dirty old man. No. You're a dirty old man. I don't care. You're the messenger. You're the messenger of. You're a dirty old guy. You're a dirty old guy. Yeah, you're a messenger, all right.
Yeah, he's the messenger of Allah. I'm sorry if you upset with
that. You're a dirty old man. That's what you
gotta take it up with Allah.
You're a dirty old man taking advantage of your female followers, just like any other old ragged ass preacher. That's what it is.
Well, I mean, if you upset with that, you gotta take that up with Allah.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You say yourself that you wouldn't approve of it, but so you would give your daughter to Elijah Muhammad.
I would give my daughter to the messenger of Allah, not to you.
Oh wow! Y'all heard that, right? Y'all see how delusional? You see how?
Now you heard, yeah. That's how it is. These people are sick. Now you heard what this kid said. He said, "Yeah, I will give my daughter to the messenger of Allah." That means he would give his daughter up to an old nasty dude. And what kind of man are you? But this is what these dudes, and this is what a lot of these guys was doing. They knew about what Elijah Muhammad was doing. They knew that, and a lot of these women were related to those men, and those guys turned their back. And they said, and these are the same black people say, well, we got to protect the black woman. Well, you didn't protect the black woman enough. Because you let some old nasty dude got your young daughter pregnant. That's the problem. And you hear this cat say, yeah, if I had a daughter, I give my messenger to Allah. I give it to the messenger of Allah. He would sacrifice his little girl to Allah, to the messenger. It doesn't matter how old he is. That's sick. But this is what we're dealing with in today's time. This sick cult mentality.
These people are. Don't you understand?
No, not any old men.
That's a cult mentality.
Now, I would give it to the messenger of Allah, but not to any old man.
The messenger
from the Most High. Why would I?
Who said that he come from the Most High? Yeah, he came from the Most High, the liquor store. He came from the Most High, the liquor store.
That's how you feel. But I mean, that's how you feel. But like I said,
that's cult behavior.
If that's how you feel, but I mean, it ain't.
So you don't have a problem with Jim Jones, because Jim Jones did the same thing. You don't have a problem with David Koresh and that other. You don't have a problem with them because they men of God, and that's what their followers do.
That's true.
Nah.
Do you know that some of these cult leaders?
No.
They sleep with your wife, so you would give your wife. You would give, okay, since you give your daughter Elijah Muhammad.
No.
What you mean? Wait a minute, okay. You give your daughter.
Because we don't give, if it's my wife, why would I give my wife? She married.
Because he's the messenger of Allah, and he says so.
That's right. That's right.
He wouldn't ask.
There's no difference.
That would be Allah breaking his own rule. And Allah never breaks.
So you confused, okay? You give him your daughter.
You want jumping all over the place.
Okay, wait a minute. You give him your daughter.
Some damn thing. You all sweating and stuff.
You said
you need a handkerchief.
You said that you give him your daughter, but you won't give him your wife.
Because she's my wife, not my daughter.
And your daughter is a virgin. Oh wow, wow, y'all, this old man, I don't care what they call themselves. You're not gonna get my daughter. You're not gonna get my wife. You're not gonna get those things. I don't care who you are. You can be the president of the United States. I don't care who you think you are.
If it's from God, if Allah came and
wow.
told you, then hell.
Prove it come from God.
Wow.
Okay, prove that
These
it comes
people
from
sick,
God.
man.
What, that accountable, like, who else? What else? All right. Yeah, actually, that's a great question. I'm glad that you brought this question up. You said prove that the messenger is of Allah, right?
Yeah, prove.
Right? Okay. What black man do you know is able to build up an $80 million at the time, an $80 million empire, and he didn't even go to the third grade?
Tyler Perry done it, sleeping in a car. So what?
I'm talking about, bro, in the 1930s when black folks had it bad. We know
what's her name? Ida B. What's her name? Ida B. What's her name? She was a millionaire.
Down south. You didn't have to.
There was millionaires. Our people's millionaires in the 1930s.
What are you talking about?
Oh, some of our people's millionaires in the 1930s.
Not too many. Not like Donald Elijah Muhammad and doing what he did. Remember, he was
Elijah Muhammad did not make a lot of money until Malcolm came up.
That's true. Yeah.
Thinking about what
Elijah Muhammad was broke.
He was calling the white man the devil. Who else could do something like that? Come on. Let's talk about it. He built a Malcolm.
See, I wouldn't even waste my time with this dude, man. I wouldn't even waste my time with him. This guy, this kid is way off. Way off. And just like Nut 7 said, he said that Elijah Muhammad did not start making money until he put Malcolm on. And that's facts. That is so true. Elijah Muhammad was broke in the 30s, in the 40s. He didn't have no money. So what is this kid is getting his information from? Because he's regurgitating what false teachers from YouTube. That's where he's hearing this. That's where he's hearing all this garbage from. He's hearing all these lies, and he's regurgitating it, and he's gonna take that to his grave. It's sad. It's really sad.
Yes. He built a Minister Farrakhan. He built, as none of us don't like him.
That he's from God.
Look what they have done. He built a Muhammad Ali. What man? He had to come from Allah.
Prove you come from God.
He had to come from Allah. Yeah, it do.
That's crazy.
Just that.
There's a lot of great people on the earth.
To take the black man from a low state and build him up into a living predicament.
You still in a low state, bro. Bro, you still in a low state. What world you live in? There was a shooting on Juneteenth today. 20 people got shot, I believe. So you still in a low state.
We're talking about that. We're talking about it.
Go look at the stuff on World Star Hip Hop.
I'm talking about that right now. Here, let's finish. Come on, don't change the subject now. Come on, this is your show. Come on,
I was in the Nation of Islam.
Tighten up. Come on, let's go.
Sisters were still getting beat by their husbands.
Yo, how many views you getting? Because I'm seeing the views going up.
Sisters were still getting beat up in the Nation of Islam. I know, I was there.
You say
There was a little sister. There was a brother who was babysitting another brother's daughter.
That's what you want to say.
Oh, well, you don't have to know because y'all not looking for it. I was there. I seen it. I heard it. I seen these things.
Just because you say it, who the hell are you? Angel Nup?
You think somebody is perfect? You know these people not perfect.
We don't know who that is. Come on, man. You need to tighten up. You need better proof than that.
There's a lot of people that's famous and a whole lot more famous than Farrakhan and Muhammad Ali and all these people. Michael Jackson sold out, what, $80,000 auditorium. Tina Turner just died, $80,000. They could have tracked way more.
But they wasn't calling the white man the devil.
They don't have to. Who cares about that? You said because you can draw. You said because you can draw. Barry Gordy made the star.
That's the difference between them.
Barry Gordy made the Temptation.
Of course, it's
Diana Ross, the Jackson. Barry Gordy made that. So
they was calling the white man.
You telling me that he came from God?
The black man God. That's the difference between them and Michael Jackson. They entertainers. They sing. We actually did something. We actually stood for something.
What did you do? What did you do that somebody else ain't done? What did you do?
Look at Malcolm.
So what the hell? Look at Malcolm.
We able to lift somebody up who was pimping women.
And then you turn around and kill the man. Then you turn around and kill the man. So what's the sense of doing that? So
Word.
Then you turn around and kill the man.
Word.
Oh man, you know we didn't kill him.
Yes, you did.
That's a lie. You know it too. But
that's not no lie.
I got like 5 more minutes though. Okay.
Of course, I know you're gonna come here and you're gonna run like the most majority of them do. If you're gonna come in 15 minutes, what the hell did you come here for to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you was gonna bring information. I thought you was gonna break it down to us.
I don't really need to bring it.
We can schedule this for.
I ask you common sense questions. You can't. You ask how to
schedule this. We can schedule this. What I wanted you to do. I wanted you to come here.
Yes, and you know it.
I want you to come here and bring your evidence. You said that you got all this information.
Let's be honest. Let's keep it real. That's what you do. You dedicate your life literally to discredit in the Nation of Islam. Notice you don't say anything. You don't say that about. You don't say that about any other.
You just regurgitate what you heard on a Farrakhan video and a DVD.
All this stuff. So let's keep it real. That's the you ain't gonna overtalk me.
It's not about overtalking. You're not saying nothing.
Your own show. Come on, man.
You're not saying nothing. I was gonna let you come here, say what you need to say, and then I was gonna comment after. You don't even have to say. You come here with some bullshit talk. I only got 15 minutes. What the hell you gonna waste my time with 15 minutes? Why didn't you tell me the only thing I got is 15 minutes? I wouldn't even came here. I wouldn't even give you no time at all. 15 minutes. No, you got 15 minutes because your ass running. You gonna call me a runner? You the runner. Get your ass here, bring your information, and stand on your ground.
Oh, this guy's stupid.
For what?
You the one said you got the information.
For what? For what?
Who
Yeah,
I would not have wasted my time with that young dude. This is what happens when you're so thirsty to bring people on your panel. You're looking for friends. You're looking for, and you end up getting nobodies. When this individual had the dream team, he had the dream team. He had the best of the best. And he fucked it up. And now you getting losers to have debates, to have the even just having a dialogue, an intelligent dialogue. You getting people who can't even have a constructive dialogue. Now you're finding scraps, and you can't even this person can't even have an intelligent conversation with a young cat. I would not have wasted my time and my energy with somebody who's not going to listen to me, who's not going to learn from me, and I'm older than that person. It's not happening. This young dude is calling this person who's way older than him, calling him names, making fun of him. At some point, I would have just cut him off. He's worrying about how many views he has. And he said it earlier. Well, I never been on a live stream before. I feel like I'm a celebrity or something like that, he said. And then he's running, and then he's like, well, I only got 15 minutes and all this other stuff. Why you didn't tell him that? Why you didn't tell this individual that before you came on the panel? Why are you telling him that now? I think that's wrong. I would have just, once he would have said that bullshit, I would have just cut him off.
Because you said I'm spreading lies about Elijah Muhammad and all like that. So we want you to come here and bring me.
You got proof for the fact they underage. What? Because Malcolm said any old niggas get on the street and say somebody was underage.
I'm saying it's disgusting. I'm saying it's disgusting. The old man. I'm saying it's disgusting. It don't make no difference whether it was underage, overage, or whatever. It's disgusting. The old man messing around.
But now you see how moving the goalposts. Before it was, they was underage, and then now that you don't want to that, now you're saying, they was too young, so it's still disgusting.
I don't care.
It don't matter.
It don't matter really because it's disgusting.
You don't matter with you. I know it don't matter with you.
It's disgusting.
So even if he was probably a married man or just one woman, you would still find
something. He was a married man.
That's right.
He was a married man. Elijah Muhammad was a married man.
That's right.
Messing with them young teenage girls.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he was an old man.
And then the crazy part,
he was 20, 30 years older than them.
You don't even got no proof of that.
He was 30 years older than them, regardless how you look at him. He was a disgusting old man.
Get it right. You can't even get your story straight. You said they were teenagers.
I told you, I don't care.
You said they were teenagers. Get it right. Which
I don't care.
Now, or are they? Get it right. Come on. Answer it. Is they,
now, Sister Ola, somebody put in a post.
Were they or were they not?
Sister Ola,
were they or were they not?
Somebody did the research. Like y'all don't do your research. Somebody did their research.
You answer the question.
I'm asking the question right now. Somebody did their research, and they found out that Sister Ola was 15 years old.
Okay, who did the research?
I haven't seen that brother.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Brother, I haven't even seen him no more because he was disappointed because he was like you till he did his own research to regurgitate what you heard from last time to you.
Okay, look at this. I could say somebody down the street said this too. They said Minister Farrakhan was smoking weed and he was doing all that. I could say that, but guess what? Do I got proof of it?
Minister Farrakhan said it himself. Minister Farrakhan said it himself that he smoked weed.
Well, let me say this, and I'm glad they brought that up. All you got to do is just watch 60 Minutes. Farrakhan looked as stupid when that guy, what's his name, Wallace or whatever, interviewed Farrakhan, and Wallace was like, yo, everything that Malcolm said was true. And Farrakhan, what did Farrakhan did? He shook his head and said, yeah, it was true. Everything that Malcolm has said was true. Even with the young girls. Even Farrakhan admitted that these B-Rabs love so much. Even Farrakhan admitted that. Farrakhan made many videos about this prophecy they keep talking about. So it's obvious this young whippersnapper haven't done his homework. He's just talking. And I don't even know why Nut 7 keep entertaining this. Dude, you a grown ass man, and you entertaining this? I would have just cut this dude off. Be like, yo, man, come to me. Come if you're not gonna come when you got real information, man. You don't know what you're talking about. And I would just went on and did something else. This is what I'm saying about B-Rab babbling debate. This is a babble debate. This is not no real debate. He said, well, are you saying because Malcolm said it? Well, Farrakhan verified it. Farrakhan verified it. And Farrakhan was under Malcolm. Farrakhan was not under Elijah Muhammad. This is facts. But they don't want to talk about that.
That's not new. Mr. Farrakhan himself said he grew a beard, he was drinking and whoremongering and everything after he left.
I'm talking about literally right now.
No, he's not doing it now. He's a whoremonger. He used to be a whoremonger. He got cancer now. He was a whoremonger.
You know what's crazy? You probably want to
he cheated on Sister Betty. Yeah.
Nothing but a bunch of thugs. The black man can never.
He cheated on Sister Betty.
Like,
Yeah, he cheated.
With judgmental folks like y'all swear.
He said it out of his mouth. The Swan Song lecture. Y'all don't even listen to what the man said. The man said, I cheated on my wife. I got 3 women on the side. The Swan Song lecture.
Oh, shit. I got to check that out.
Yes, he did. He said, I got 3
on his wife.
Yes, he got 3 women on the side.
Wow.
And there's rumors.
Farrakhan.
He was messing around with Stephanie Mills. He was messing around.
See, that's your problem right there.
Wow.
You said you go with rumors. Oh, and my time is up, but I got a little more time. But you just said I got like 5 more minutes. Then I really gotta go. But what you said? You said
you can go ahead and go, cause you don't have nothing to bring. Cause you knew you was bull doodling, coming here, wasting my 15 minutes, so you can use that as an excuse. Keep your ass here. Whatever you got can wait. I'm gonna be quiet. Say what you gotta say, and I want to open up. You don't have nothing to say. I thought you was gonna come here. And so you playing games.
Like Dr. Wesley.
You playing games. Dr. Wesley is
Brother Reza.
Dr. Wesley is a late call.
I leave that to them. They the ones who they do all the research and stuff.
And that's who you. And now you got it. And I told that Ammar, what's his name, Ammar Sadat guy. I said, in the Nation of Islam, you're not even allowed. You're not even supposed to be out here trying to teach nobody to prove
this
nothing.
This is public information.
No, you're supposed to. No, you're supposed to.
See, this way
you don't belong to the Nation of Islam.
Trying to teach a bootleg version of what we know.
You don't belong to the Nation of Islam. The protocol of the Nation of Islam is you go out and you invite people to the study group and to the meeting. You're not supposed to be out here.
What is he talking about?
You're not supposed to be out here trying to convert people.
You can literally go anywhere you want and see.
Yes, you can.
What is he talking about?
You don't belong to the Nation of Islam.
Yeah, he sure don't.
Oh, so now we moving on. First we was on Elijah, Malcolm. Now we going.
No, are you or are you not a member?
How you know?
Are you or are you not a member?
It's obvious he's not.
On the subject.
I'm on the subject.
You on me now? You talking about me? How is it?
Because I'm telling you what the protocol is.
No, that ain't the protocol.
When you go, nobody is authorized to represent the Nation of Islam except the minister.
Did I say
if you're not a minister? You should not be out here. You should be out here trying to convert people and trying to talk to people. You're supposed to. Yeah, you just a guy that's a fan of Louis Farrakhan. That's what you're. You're a fan.
You know who I am. See, and there it goes.
You are a fan.
You don't even see. That's what I'm talking about. You just go by he said, she said, and the sad part
about
it, a grown ass man.
No, yeah, that's right. So we're gonna do. So who are you?
And then you go by just whatever you hear, but you don't want to what's in that. You don't want to even.
So who are you? Go ahead.
That's who I am. You don't know.
These people come in and playing games. They ain't playing games.
Oh,
you don't know who I am. You don't know. So I'm asking you, who the hell are you? And then you gonna tell me none of your damn business. You was a joke. Stay on Facebook and do what you do on Facebook. Don't come around. Don't go nobody else's side. Yes, I am. I'm a grown man. Absolutely.
You ain't even doing that. You literally work for the feds.
Oh shit.
What for the feds? What feds I work for, bro?
Yo, this guy's a
When
stupid
somebody
clown,
paying
yo.
you, because who else sit on the computer all day?
Wait a minute, you said I work for the feds.
literally dedicate your social media to talking about a black organization, just talking
I
about.
can talk about whatever I want to. They talk about Donald Trump. I can talk about whatever I want to.
You dedicate your whole life to it.
No, I don't. You don't know.
Work for the feds.
Go look at I am the reality super on earth internet minister.
That whole time.
Go look at my work. I am the reality super on earth internet ministry, and 1% of my 1% of my teaching, 1% of my video is
you got whole YouTube channels, you got Facebook channels, and even a website dedicated to just talking about us.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You're a lie.
Oh shit.
I do not like lies. I do not like lies. Here's a person. Now, see, why you gotta go to lie? Even those people that know me know I do not have no pages dedicated just to talk about this. I don't do that.
You got a whole page. You could do a whole, sometimes almost 2 and 3 hours of the what's in it, just dedicated to the Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, Minister Farrakhan.
Yeah, I can talk. I think just like we're talking now. The topic.
I'm talking about you've been
talking
talking
in this
about
video
years.
is Elijah Muhammad.
You're doing that for almost 10 years. I remember.
That's a little piece. You don't know. That's a little piece of my.
Well, I have to back up the youngster on that. He's right about that. 10 years, this dude been bashing the Nation of Islam. I have to back up the youngster on this one. He got him on that one. You know, that's all he's been doing. Been on YouTube, just bashing, not just Nation of Islam, but everybody else. Now, the Nation of Islam, I can understand because Nut 7 has been in it. And whatever personal gripe, because it is a personal thing. It's personal. I can understand. I do believe him when he says this was going on, that was going on. So I do believe him when it comes down to that. So anything else, it's he don't know anything. He just going by assumptions. But when it comes down to the Nation of Islam, I do believe Nut 7 when he talk about certain things.
You don't know nothing about me.
Exactly. Nah, I know a little about you. I remember your face. I remember this sweaty looking preacher dude looking.
No, you don't know nothing about me. Why don't you study before you come here?
Shit.
Nah.
Study a person first.
I know that you ain't listening.
Y'all get so emotional.
Doing the same thing.
Y'all get so emotional.
And the sad part about it is you're probably gonna be doing it 10 years later.
Go ahead. Say what you gotta say. Go ahead. See, I can be quiet. That's what I wanted to do. I want to give you the platform, let you say what you gotta say, and I don't know what to say. I guess I'm finished. You had all this on Facebook.
Hey, what's up, Orekia 55? How you doing? I missed you. What's going on? Long time no here. I'm glad you came through. I'll put the link in. If anybody want to come through, you want to talk about this, you want to talk about the brawl situation in Alabama, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? You can have a look, because I know I was supposed to do this program last week, but I had technical problems, and plus another thing too, was kind of hot this last weekend. So when it gets too hot, you know, I'm a tropical person. I don't like humidity. There's a big difference between having tropical, where you got that cool breeze, and you know you're just right. You know what I mean? The temperature is just right. But the humidity part is a problem. I don't like humidity, so that's the problem with African people. We are tropical people, but we're not into the humidity part. So that's what happened. And I just got lazy. I said, shit, let me just put this program to this week. So I just kept pushing it back. And I should have been more consistent about it. But I'm just glad that everybody came on board. and support a brother, and I'm so happy. So thank you, Ricky. I'm glad you came through. Hold up to you, sis.
Built up in you. So I'm like, wow, this guy gonna teach us. I'm opening, and my mind is open to your teaching. Bring us your teaching. You're not bringing us anything.
What would you like? All right, what would you like me to teach you? What do you want to know?
I don't want to know anything.
I would say this. You're saying that what's saying? Here's my disagreement. So then you can go ahead. My disagreements mainly is that you said the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had.
Hey, Brother Bakar, you know we brothers for life, man. You know, you like I said, I always look up to you, man, like a big brother. And with very, very like I said, I'll put you up there with Brother Jabari, man. I don't care what nobody say. I'll put you up there with Brother Jabari and Dr. Umar, man. That's just me. That's just how I feel about it. And we gotta, you know, I don't know, man. I think we call Dr. Umar the Prince of Pan-African. I will have to give you a name. You got to be something, man. Maybe, I don't know. I gotta think a good title for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Something like around like Prince of Pan-African. I will have to say, I'll think of something. I'll think of something that's gonna be mad cool, and hopefully you can use it whenever you do your greetings. But I definitely think of something that dealing with a good title of a good Pan-African title. You feel me? So yeah, man. But I always support you, King. You know that. Definitely, of course. We all we got. Thanks to the sisters that came through. Deborah, Catch It by Faith, please subscribe to her. Array K55. Sisters are deep. Brother Bakar, you got TikTok?
Age-wise, that wasn't true, and you know it. Okay, that's one. Can you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Yes or no? Yes or no? That's all I want. I want a whole lecture. Yes or no? Do you agree with that?
I have no comment. I don't care.
That's what I thought. Okay, so you can't even agree with that because you don't even have no proof. All you got is proof of Malcolm saying. Let me your person to say
that. And again, these people hate Malcolm so much because Malcolm was the truth, and Malcolm became better than his teacher. So they going by what Malcolm said. They're like, oh, you only listen to Malcolm, but they doing the same thing. Elijah Muhammad, where is proof that Elijah Muhammad said leave Malcolm alone? I want to get deep in a little bit into this. Okay, Brother Bakar, you don't have TikTok? Okay. Man, you got to get one, man. I advise you to get one, man. Trust me, I'll send you a link of mine. You can check mine out. Okay, I'll send you a link of mine. All right. But whatever I do here, I get a little silly on mine. I do a little silly stuff on it, but but reality, man, I do a lot of my stuff is deep. So what I do on YouTube, I put it on TikTok. So yeah, I'll send you a link so you can check it out. And if you're interested, man, you should get your account on that because you get a lot of views and a lot of attention.
And then when they birth certificates are literally online for you to view. The women themselves.
You're not bringing nothing.
The women themselves.
We're gonna spell you this. We're gonna spell you this.
The women themselves.
No. Before you run, Bugs Bunny. No, you're gonna come back here. No, you're gonna come here. That's hearsay.
The women themselves said that.
This is hearsay.
The women themselves said that. Literally, listen. The women themselves literally said they were not underage. Malcolm is the only source you got for that really is Malcolm. After that, then everybody else come with the woodwork.
So this is what my conclusion is. Because like I said, if you don't show paperwork, it means nothing. So this is where the paperwork needs to come in, the birth certificates, the where they could have the any type of proof that these people, that these girls, that these women were underage when Elijah Muhammad was messing with them. This is what the paperwork need to come in, because we can't go by hearsay. We can't go by hearsay. So they talk about something else, and I want to relate it to the house issue, right? Because this is dealing with the slander. This is dealing with because the B-Rabs, they upset like this little young goofball. They upset like, oh, he's going out there and Malcolm X slandering Elijah Muhammad and this and that. So my whole question is this. But you know what? Let me play a little bit more of this, and then I'm gonna get back to this.
No, we have Elijah Muhammad. We have Elijah Muhammad's grandson. We have Elijah Muhammad's grandson. We also have Muhammad Ali's wife. We have other people that were there. You were never there.
Women themselves never said that.
The only thing we gotta do is get their birth certificate.
That's right.
Exactly.
Fact.
You can view them on the internet. It's public.
Show it to me.
That's like our teaching.
Send me the link. Send me the links.
There's no proof of that. You're not going to put that personal information into like that birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this: if you saying that, then and like Nut 7 was right. Show us the evidence. You're putting out this claim. Then your job, because Nut 7 said earlier, you on trial. Then you need to show evidence that these women were not underage girls. Show the birth certificate. You got to show something that these girls were not underage. So he's right.
I want to see these, and I want to see the marriage license.
The marriage license, yes, true, yes.
I want to see the marriage, because I'll go.
Oh, that's the deal, and I forgot about that. Yes, the marriage license. If Elijah Muhammad were married to these women, you have to show some evidence. You got to show some marriage license. You got to show some pictures. Now, like I said again, I saw a picture with Elijah Muhammad with Clara Muhammad. There's a beautiful picture with them two, but there's no pictures or no proof, no marriage license, no birth certificates of none of these other women that Elijah Muhammad claimed that he married. So there's no evidence of that. And these B-Rabs keep saying, oh, he was married to those women, but they never show the evidence. There's always proof. There's always some sort of evidence. There's always proof. And they never showed that.
If that's true, all I have to do, I got to shut up on that.
That's right.
Nah. Then you're going to say, well, it's still, you already just said what you were going to say.
It's still disgusting.
You already showed
It's still disgusting.
Earlier. Well, it's still exactly.
But then I can take out the pedophile charge.
Exactly.
That means you're not a pedophile.
That's right.
You'll fight. You'll move.
That's right.
Because you already do. You got something to say about the Nation of Islam currently, and you got something to say about the Nation of Islam in the past too. You ain't got. In fact, it's interesting to me that you, and this is the reason why I find you suspect in the first place, because anybody
Suspect of what?
that whole time,
Suspect of what?
find you suspect of, I don't know. I feel like that you. I personally feel like
You suspect.
I feel like that.
What am I suspect of?
That's stupid.
Don't get a charge and go to jail, because those detectives will make you confess to a crime you didn't do. So you just don't have your act together at all. You ain't never been to court, have you? You ain't never had detectives. You ain't never been a.
And see, you already said. He said you never been to court, have you? You heard what he said? He said you never been to court. This young whippersnapper don't know what it's like to be in court, not even on jury duty. You'll learn a lot going to jury duty. I'm telling you that now. You will learn a lot going to jury duty. You will know how the system really works. When you make a claim, you got to show paperwork. You got to show evidence. You can't just get on YouTube and run your mouth. That's why when I debate these morons like the Moors, the B-Rabs, All these religious goons, even these Aboriginal pretendians, they don't never show no paperwork. They never show no paperwork. And they just want to say whatever they feel, and they expect you to go along with the bullshit. I want paperwork. Just like Jabari said, shout out to brother Jabari. He said, either source up or shut the hell up. I agree on that. That's how I get down. That's how brother Bakari gets down. That's how Forecast get down. This is how we get down as Pan-Africans. You're going to have to show paperwork, goddammit. That's how our sisters get down, like Deborah Catcher by Faith, Reiki 55, Erica Howard. You're going to have to show paperwork. You can't just, you just can't run your mouth. But when you're dealing with this religion stuff, and again, your religion is personal. I have no problem with religion. I have no problem. That's what you into. Fine. That's personal. If it makes you a better person, I have no problem with that. But I think my problem is when you try to force your stuff and say that my God is better than your God. My God is better than yours, and that's the fucking problem. I don't like that because that's European mentality. This babbling debate is almost over, but I'm gonna make my point. I'll put the link in. Everybody want to come on, and we can chop it up, whatever they want to talk about.
In a situation where you got grilled, because you failing really bad. You failing.
That show, I don't know what that show you do.
But you don't know how. Here you are. You gonna tell me I'm suspect? Then turn right around and say, I said, I'm suspect of what? I don't know. What
I don't know. I feel like it's with the feds. I'm just saying. I feel like that's
with the feds.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
Because everybody that
you was talking about the nation of Islam negative. You still are today. And then the crazy part about it is you dedicate hours to doing this. Like I said, you got
but y'all don't pay no attention. When I say
dedicated to that.
I don't have no Facebook. Pull it up right now. Before you leave. Get on your phone.
This guy's stupid.
Right now. I have Facebook dedicated.
Your whole Facebook dedicated to it.
Go ahead, pull it up right now. Show it to them on the phone.
Ain't you that dude Lauren Wade or something? Ain't you that?
Pull it up on your phone that I have pages.
Okay, here.
To what you talking about.
Let me just go ahead. I'm just comment Lauren Wade. There's no Facebook page dedicated to that.
That's my Facebook page.
Yeah, and you got a whole Facebook dedicated to just calling out the Nation of Islam on stuff like that.
No, I don't. I do not.
Your whole Facebook
No,
page
I do not.
You talk about that damn near, 80% of the time?
No, I do not.
Yes, it is.
No, I do not. Get out of here, man. Come on. That's why you can't pull nothing up. Show us.
Yeah, that's what I just put your I did. I just pulled up your Facebook page.
Show us that I got all this. I'm obsessed with the Nation of Islam.
You got a whole Facebook page dedicated to it. You used to have a YouTube channel. You still have that? You got a YouTube channel dedicated to that. You got a whole Facebook page dedicated to that.
No, I do not.
You've been doing this
pull it up, bro.
10 years, over a decade.
You're just talking.
Literally over a decade.
Oh, wow.
Pull it up. I don't have it. I am the reality chip on Earth Internet Ministry.
And you also Lauren Ray on Facebook.
Oh, shit.
Right? That's my page, yes.
Okay, yeah, you got a whole Facebook page dedicated literally to that.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Pull it up there. Let's show the information.
Yes. Well, I'm not about to pull it up. I'm going to just tell everybody, look up Lauren Ray. Lauren Ray, that's who he dedicated, literally, talking about the nation.
You're going to see a whole lot of, and what you're going to see is a lot of things. You're going to see a lot of info.
I guess he wish he was an FOI.
You're going to see, you're going to see a lot of these women right here. That's what you're going to see.
Yeah, I'm sure
you're going to see info.
Nah,
you're going to see Dr. King.
That's the nation of Islam.
You're going to see my video.
Minister Farrakhan.
My video. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yes, it is.
I speak against religion.
For 10 years.
I've been doing it for 15.
Oh, wow.
I've been doing it for 15 years.
Wow.
That's even sadder.
It went 10 to 15 years. Wow.
You don't know nothing about me. The only thing you do is you try somebody.
You're a grown man.
That's right. I'm a grown man. How many times you gonna say that? How many times you gonna say that? What is the point of you saying that I'm a grown man? You're a grown man. You're a grown man.
You've been talking about the Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, Minister Farrakhan. You literally dedicated whole pages just to talking about that.
People that, if I wanted to, so what?
You're dedicated to the whole thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what
people dedicate their pages.
It made me suspicious. I don't know.
People,
I think you're
suspicious of what?
Like that's what it is. Who else do something like that? Talking negative about another black organization. Usually, when someone has a problem with another organization, they go and build their own. But that's not what you do.
Who cares?
Dedicate a whole page just to talking about the Nation of Islam.
Anybody can talk about the nation. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people talking against Minister Farrakhan.
But they don't dedicate their whole pages to it.
Yes, they do.
That you do.
It's a page called Farrakhan is a fraud. I don't know who did the page. That's what they did. There's a lot of people.
We probably working the
people don't like. You think people don't like Farrakhan? Y'all are the only ones that worship cult followers.
I don't know why you're saying y'all, because you don't know if I'm in the Nation of Islam or not.
And don't care. You don't look like you're in the Nation of Islam.
So you still ain't that the sad part of your audience is you literally making claims about something that you don't even know if I'm in or not. But yet you still if I am.
We asked you. And you said, man, you're pissed.
I told you, I tell you. I don't talk to the feds.
I mean, when you look, you don't look like a Nation of Islam member. And you don't talk like one either.
I don't talk like one.
No, you don't. You don't talk like a Muslim.
You don't know who I am.
You don't talk like no Muslim, no Nation of Islam member.
You don't talk like no Muslim.
I've been around it all my life. 60 years.
Yeah, you probably was around Eric Muhammad.
This guy's a fucking goofball, man. I'm telling you.
I was introduced to the Nation of Islam when I was 7 years old.
You literally been dedicating the whole day. What did an MGT reject you or some shit?
Oh shit!
My relatives been in the Nation of Islam ever since the late 1960s. No, they don't.
Our whole pages on me dedicated just to display.
So what? I can talk about what's wrong. So what if I talk about
the sad part?
So what if I talk about
the part about it is we should be on code. That's the sad.
Oh, what?
We should be on code. Why would you talk about another black organization out in the public like that?
You mean kissing your ass? I'm not kissing your ass.
Nah, I'm talking about
if you're doing something wrong.
You gotta like that.
If you're doing something wrong, nobody is above scrutiny. Nobody is above.
Love Malcolm X, you look up to Malcolm X. But then the crazy part about it is you still work, discredited.
Malcolm X is not perfect. What they did to Malcolm X was wrong.
Hold on. Wait, did my camera go off?
No, you here. Now all the time that you spending running, because that's what you've been doing. You've been doing a bunch of running.
You can see me?
Yeah, I see you. Yes.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
My screen is dark. No, my screen is dark. You can see my.
Maybe
okay, what I'm doing right now.
You just took your hoodie off.
Oh, okay.
We see all your naps.
Yeah.
So we know you're not in the Nation of Islam. They don't wear their hair like that. And they don't, you don't talk
Dr.
like.
Khalid said I'm nappy and I'm happy. Hold on.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I wish I had my hair like yours. Could you share some?
Man,
I started going bald right here. I just said cut it all off. I can't do it.
They cut it all off. Brothers were trying to give me.
I just cut it all off.
Oh, word.
I didn't start growing hair on my face until I was 25 years old.
Oh, damn.
I was 25 years old.
Dang, that's
matter of fact, it was the Nation of Islam that forced me to cut the little fuzz that I had. Brother, you can't have that fuzz on your face. And then then when you cut the fuzz off, it come back as straight up hair.
Yeah.
Then I started shaving. I've been shaving ever since and cutting hair, blah blah. I just had a little.
We got that military look. Okay, my camera back. I can see.
Yeah, but
I just can't see yours now.
And see, this is what you don't understand. You don't see. We listen to the so-called negative things that I might say.
But the thing is, you say mostly negative things. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard you say one positive thing about the Nation of Islam.
Well, that mean because you really don't listen to me.
Nah, that means that you ain't taught that you ain't.
You only listen to the negative thing. You only listen to what you think is negative.
Nah,
Elijah Muhammad.
And then the crazy part about it is you speaking on one-sided things. You're speaking usually on lies. The main thing to me.
That's a matter of opinion.
Was the sad part that you still.
If it's a lie, then you prove it to be a lie.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That to me is.
If it's a lie, then you prove it.
You gotta prove that.
Go get the paperwork. Then
That's
I
right.
can't send
You gotta get the paperwork. That's right.
The paperwork. What from what's the name? Google or something?
Oh wow.
Send me the link. Send me the links, and I will come on here and make a video.
They made it bad. I believe it's on the Nation of Islam website. I believe.
Send me the links.
Look up
and I will tackle it.
You can find it yourself.
I'm not gonna go find anything.
That's right.
That's what I thought. So
because it's not there.
It's not there. It's not there.
You don't want to hear anything positive about another black man.
Because
you like to hear negativity.
Who did the negativity?
If the black people were around, you would still say the same thing if they weren't infected like what they got it right now. Well,
they did the negativity.
Bobby said,
I didn't tell them to do what they done. They did the negativity. I'm doing is talking about it. They done the negativity.
That's right.
Sneaking around.
That's the sad part.
Sneaking around and hiding.
Everything that the white man That's the sad part. You believe everything the white man told you. I bet you read that.
Ain't no white man told me nothing. Who is the white man that told me? Who is the white man that told me? You said I believe everything the white man said. Who is this white man that told me? Who is this white man that told me, bro?
That told you what? That told you all this negativity?
Yeah, who told me this? Who told me what white man told me? Who is it?
Usually a lot of these reporters, actually really the feds that put a lot of this stuff out.
Oh, wow.
I don't care nothing about what they talking about.
Yes,
I don't need them.
Yes, you do. You use them as a source of reference.
I don't use them as no source.
That ain't true. You usually, because actually, where do you get the information about the teenage wives? That came from Malcolm, but where did that come from? He broadcasted that on what? Mike Wallace.
This is the thing.
That's right, Mike Wallace. That's his name.
Boom. But anyways, I'm going.
Y'all always jump into that white man stuff. You always jump into the white man stuff.
Actually, sir.
That's a distraction. That's a distraction tactic.
Sir.
Minister Farrakhan got white people living in his house.
I'm gonna have to leave though. But when's your next
Oh shit.
Whenever you ready, bro. I'm ready for you to come and bring the real. Get your information, get your links, all your evidence, bring it and come right. Don't come half-stepping. See, that's why I know you're not a Nation of Islam person, because Nation of Islam FOI don't half-step. They come straight. They fast moving, quick thinking, right down to the.
Here's what I have a problem with Nut 7, right? When I was bringing the sources and when I had the resource and the information, he had a problem with the screen sharings. He had the problem with the scholarship works. He had a problem with it. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised that he's telling this young whippersnapper to bring evidence. I'm very surprised that. I'm very surprised, and I'm proud that he said it. But see, my thing is this: when I was bringing the work and I was educating, he had a problem with it. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like where when people bring the sources, then this nut decide to bring to complain, to get upset. He get mad. Oh, I'm tired of these books and and you can keep your goddamn scholarship. Wait a minute, but when we educate and I'm even when nobody know everything. I want people to bring sources. That's how we learn. When you go to school, you need what? You need sources. From kindergarten all the way to college. You need sources. You need to get books. People do. When you get to college or getting your master's or whatever, you have to do research, to do papers, to do essays, to do or whatever. That's how you learn. That's how people get. That's how people get educated. So I'm very surprised when he tells his young cat, "Oh, bring your documentation. Bring this, bring that." I'm very surprised. I'm proud of him. He said it. But when you had scholars coming to him and doing it, he had a problem with it. He was threatened by it. Instead of him saying, look, I learned something to thank you for educating. No, you want to make videos to bash. So he taking other people, what other people been saying, now you use it on a young cat who don't know no better. And then you telling him, bring the paper. Why should he? Why should he? He's using, according to him, according to what Nut 7, the kid is using his brain. He's using his brain. He don't need books. He don't need scholarship. He don't need documentation. He's using his brain. Remember that? So now you have a problem because he's not bringing documentation. He's not bringing no evidence. Now you have a problem with it? No, Nut 7 is right, though. I do agree with him. I do agree with him. And I'm glad that he's learning. I'm glad that he's learning. Now he's figuring it out. No, when you talk about the nation, no, you got to bring proof. You got to bring proof. But I just feel like if you're going to do that for everybody. Because when people was bringing proof and screen sharing and all that, Nut 7 had a problem with it. He didn't like that. Instead of him saying, hey, you know what? Thanks for educating me. I just learned something. Thank you for bringing information. No. So now he's learning, and now we're dealing with things that he's interested in, like the Nation of Islam. Now he's telling them, oh, no, he's repeating or regurgitating people like me or Brother Jabari and everybody else, the Pan-Africans. He's repeating what the Pan-Africans are saying, and now he's using it on his lost soul. We almost done, and I'm going to give my conclusion. I'll put the link in. Anybody want to come on? But I had to play this. I thought this was an interesting, funny debate.
To the modern time. And you slow as Senor Turtle. And you was slow as
you don't know a damn thing about the Nation of Islam.
Oh, wow.
Man, I was in it.
But sir, I do have to head out now.
Oh, he's running.
But
I got pictures of when I was in the Nation of Islam, sir.
No, he wasn't.
On my website.
If that's what you say. I don't know you, Mr. Angel.
Nut.
Angel and up, whatever. Angel.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. You message me when you're ready. Get your stuff together. Like I said, I'm gonna sit back in the cut and let you teach. Since you know it all like that, and you teach me, you teach us. And I'm not going to say nothing until you finish, and then we will ask you questions. How about that?
Whatever.
And bring that Osmar guy with you, because he got a big mouth. He keep putting all this limbs and stuff up. Nobody come bring it here.
Well, to make it bad, your memes is corny as hell. I mean, why the hell is you putting no memes? And then to make it bad, you ain't even write most of them.
Oh, wow.
I wrote all the memes. Most of them. I wrote.
Nah.
The majority of them I wrote. Do you know why I do that?
Something because I've seen some of them saying memes.
Do you know why I do that?
Because halftime you're talking about stuff that ain't even.
No, because I do that because y'all said the same thing, make the same point over and over. I'm not gonna keep writing that stuff new. I make a meme about it and put it. Because I'm not gonna.
That part. You have to really got nothing to do with
because people like you
I
are.
do have to head out. I really do have to head out.
You said the same stuff.
He got running.
What?
I do have to head out.
This dude running as fuck.
But thank you, and I do have to head out now. Okay, this is 6:52 over here on the East Coast.
Okay.
All right, man. Oh wait. How many views you got? Let me know how many views you got.
I don't know, maybe 10.
Oh damn! I was trying to make this go viral.
No, you're not gonna make it go viral. You're looking really, really bad, bro. You're looking bad.
I wanted to make it. Nah, you looking bad. You the one saying.
No, I'm not looking bad.
I literally, Muhammad got the devil on the run. You literally sweating bullets from the things I'm putting on your mind. You literally look like a damn.
I'm not sweating.
You literally sweating bullets.
What sweat? You can't make these.
You literally sweating bullets. Everybody can see you on the camera, my G.
That's
I do gotta head out. All right.
That's just. Well, you know something. When you're living good, your skin shines, sir.
Nah, that's
your skin shine when you're living good.
Reverend Chicken Foot. Peace out, though.
All right, go ahead and run. Well, we got another runner. I doubt if he's gonna come back.
Nah, I ain't running, and I'm still. Don't go talking mess after I leave. Now, say it while I'm here.
Well, stay here, cause I'm gonna tell you.
Say it while I'm here.
You're running.
Say it while I'm here.
He's a runner.
I'm back down.
You was accusing me of running.
Wait. Actually, you tell me this. How I'm a runner when I made sure to get here, when I made sure to get up on here. I was on.
That's right. Now
I made sure to get on here.
And so now
you see, I ain't backing down.
Right. So you bull crapping this time. We're gonna reschedule this, and you're gonna have
at the least.
You're gonna have all the time in the world.
You could at least give me credit for at least showing up and coming here.
Oh yes, I want to do it. I want to do it. You're right. Let's. He did show up.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Put some respect on my name now. Come on.
Oh, God.
We're gonna put respect on the brother's name. Let's forget what. Thank you, brother, for sure. Because there's a lot of folks that have done this and didn't show up. So I have to applaud you.
Thank you. Now, just give me my credit for making you sweat them bullets. You had you looking like Reverend Chicken Foot.
I can't give you that because that would be.
You're so right.
All right, I'm going to stop that. It gets stupid at the end. Now, I'm going to just give you my conclusion. I'll put the link in. Anybody want to come on, show some love. But here's the thing where I don't understand. The Nation of Islam sued Malcolm over the house. Remember that? They sued Malcolm over the house that Malcolm X earned. He earned that house. All the work that he put in, making the Nation of Islam rich. So the Nation of Islam was pissed at Malcolm because Malcolm said all these things about Elijah Muhammad. Now here's my question I want to ask the B-Rabs. That how come the Nation of Islam did not sue Malcolm for slander and defamation? How come they did not sue Malcolm for slander and defamation? Now, the B-Rabs going to, here's the B-Rabs, here's what the stupidness they would say. It was like, well, we don't want to go to the white man's court. We don't want to go to the white man's court. But you went to the white man's court over the house. So you didn't want to go to the white man's court to sue him for slander and defamation. So it has to be, so what Malcolm was saying, it has to be true. Because if it wasn't true, then they would have sued Malcolm for slander and defamation. Elijah Muhammad would have said, no, this man's slandering me. I'm not messing with no young teens. That's slander. No, I'm going to go to civil court and I'm going to go and sue Malcolm for slander and defamation because he's saying that I slept with these young girls and that's not true. I got them pregnant and that's not true. How come that Elijah Muhammad did not hire a lawyer to sue Malcolm for slander and defamation? That's the number one question. Because you know why? Because it was true. Until it finally comes out, and then you hear Farrakhan, he does a whole video about some prophecy that Elijah Muhammad was trying to fill because Elijah Muhammad is trying to be like the Prophet Muhammad. And you know that you can't go around to these white folks in these Arab white people, talking about that you got the spirit of Prophet Muhammad, because like Malcolm said, they will cut his tongue out. No white people ain't playing. You can't go around saying that you the new Prophet Muhammad. So I really enjoyed this debate. I thought this was funny. I would not have wasted my time if I was Nut 7. I would not have wasted my time. He could have debated more intellectual brothers or sisters who was into the Nation of Islam, and they would gave more a little more clarity. But he debated somebody who didn't know anything that was born yesterday. And even when Nut 7 said, "Look, man, I was in the Nation," which is true, he was. We saw the pictures. We know I could tell by his mannerism. I could tell the way he talked. It's a culture when you get into the Nation of Islam. It's a culture that they follow and they do that will make you feel, okay, yeah, he's part of that Nation of Islam stuff. But they're backwards. But the whole thing is that they're all about recruiting. They're not about educating our people. I want to play something else real quick. I don't want this. Let me see if I can play something else. Let me see if I can play this. I'm trying to play this run video. I thought this was interesting.
You just never know. I can't even say. I think I've heard, though, that I want to welcome to the program Earth Angel.
Let me see if I can find it.
First of all, let me ask you before cussing. Blah, 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 blah. But this is why you should work with them. Just heard that. No, I did not. I just heard that. Because that's just not true. Imagine that there's no way it could prove that the truth irritated him to no undoing. That he had to go.
Okay, here we go. I thought this was interesting too because this goes into my point about this cultism stuff. Now listen to this one.
What I'm getting at, brother, is I was at Michigan State University. When this particular leader got up and said, "Why y'all worried about what we did to Malcolm? What we did to Malcolm was nation business."
That particular leader, whoever said that, was not speaking in the proper term, because it has already been proven that it wasn't the Nation of Islam. Murder, there's no expiration date. You can kill somebody 30 years ago and you still living 60 years later, and they got the evidence. They can come and lock you up and charge you. The government of the United States.
But wait, whoa. This person didn't say that he pulled the trigger. He spoke in general terms. Okay. And I'll tell you why it came came up because it was the welcoming back of Talmadge Hayer.
Mm-hmm.
He had just been released,
Mm-hmm.
and they brought him on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was announced that this was Talmadge X, the crowd started booing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it was said, very angrily to all of us, why are you worried about what we did to Malcolm? What we did to Malcolm was nation business.
Well, that wasn't nation business. Nation business was what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, which was leave him alone. Now, hold on, Sister Diamond.
And again, you will never find that proof anywhere. These are B-Rabs just trying to cover their ass. When you keep saying that dumb shit, oh, Elijah Muhammad said to leave Malcolm alone. But where's he said it at? When did he say it? Where did he say it? Where's the proof that he said it? That's just something that they came up with. But at the same time, they were still messing with, they were still attacking Malcolm in their final call papers. That Malcolm, by the way, that Malcolm helped do their own paperwork. It was all about Malcolm. Malcolm talked about strategy. Everything that Malcolm X put in place, he learned from who? Marcus Garvey. To clean up the black man, the black woman, everything that Malcolm had put in place, he learned from Marcus Garvey. Business, self-defense, getting new outfits, all that, this military, all that he learned from Marcus Garvey. That's what you have seen. You will never see the Nation of Islam with their outfits in the 1930s or the 1940s. You will never see that. All that Nation of Islam FOI uniforms, that's new. That came in the 60s. That's when Malcolm X did all that. Malcolm X did all that for Elijah Muhammad. So I want to show this. I want to show this real quick. See if I can blow this up a little bit. Because this is what black people are doing now. I want black people to see this. This is what black people are doing now. But let's continue listening to this nonsense. Now you have this so-called doctor who's telling his B-Rab, look, I went to Michigan University and this person has said, who cares who cares about? That's nation business. That's the Nation of Islam business. He's telling his B-Rab. And watch what this doctor is going to tell the B-Rab.
I'm going to get to you. Now, we have to understand that the government of the United States do not like the Nation of Islam. It does not. It's not a fan.
Yeah, of course not.
If and a lot of people say,
and let me say this. I think that's also suspect because you're dealing with terrorism. United States government do not deal with terrorism. The Nation of Islam would be considered a terrorist organization. So my question I asked, then why did the government did not move in on the Nation of Islam and start arresting people? How can a Nation of Islam organization could turn around and say the white man's the devil and say all these things, and the government don't move in and start arresting people? Something is wrong with that. And then find out there were informants in the nation, and it was clear as day that Farrakhan was one of the informants. He was one of the top informants. That's why nothing happened to him. That's why he's still living out his life. You mean to tell me somebody like Farrakhan is still living his life with all our greats like Malcolm and Dr. King and Medgar Evers and all these greats had just died and get assassinated? How come Farrakhan hasn't got assassinated? Something is wrong. But I feel that, but it's been proven in that documentary, Who Killed Malcolm X, that Farrakhan was one of the informants. That's why they didn't infiltrate. That's why the government didn't move in on the Nation of Islam.
Farrakhan did it. Farrakhan had something to do with it. With all the tapes and all the agents that they had all up in there, if Minister Farrakhan had anything to do with it, he'd already been, oh, we got you, Lewis. But they never came with it because his hands was clean. If anybody's hands that was dirty, that was a member of the Nation of Islam.
So if that's the case, ask William O'Neill. Didn't William O'Neill set Fred Hampton up? Did the government arrest William O'Neill? Did the government say, hey, you know what? You killed him, blah, blah, blah. Nope. Guess what? They gave him money and they gave him his own business. When you kill your own, when the government help you kill your own people, they reward you. This is what they do. So no, they're not going to do nothing to Farrakhan. If anything, they provided Farrakhan. They helped Farrakhan. The United States did that. The FBI, CIA, whatever you might say. The United States helped these motherfuckers. As long as you're working for them, they will help you grow. They will help you, and they won't bother you. They won't bother you as long as you play your part. That's how it is. So we being played, and I'm going to explain this picture I'm showing right now.
Islam, they would have went to jail for it. When Thomas Hare went to jail, and those other two people that went to jail with him, and he said they didn't have anything to do with it. That their hands are clean. They didn't have.
Whoa. When he says they, he's talking about the other two.
The other two.
Not himself.
That right. The other two that was charged.
Not himself.
Not himself. Not himself.
Okay. So what I'm saying is when I was in the audience at Michigan State University.
Right.
Okay. And the Nation of Islam brought Thomas Hare on to that stage. Okay.
So you see how fucked up that is? Now here's this doc is telling this idiot, that they brought Thomas Hare, one of the murderers who killed Malcolm X. This is the Nation of Islam. They did this shit, man. They has the audacity to try and embrace a murderer. Thomas Hare, who one of the murderers, a coward, a piece of you know what? And they embraced this motherfucker. the doc is telling this idiot that. They said they brought this man on stage. And I think he said, and I believe he said the crowd started booing him. Now, I don't know how old or what year this happened, but I believe it. So this happened probably right after that this man got out of prison after serving almost 40 years. So this happened not too long ago. And the doc was there. And we saw the video where Thomas Hare admitted that, hey, it was me, and he dropped the name. This is right after Elijah Muhammad passed away. He said, yeah, it was me. He named some other guys that was involved in the murder.
People started to boo.
And the other guys who was falsely accused, they did not kill Malcolm. He explained the whole thing. He confessed the whole thing. So the doctor said, look, Thomas Hare came on there and they started to boo him. They started to boo. Listen to what he says.
When it was announced who he was. Okay. And someone who's a very high ranking within the Nation of Islam.
He's talking about Farrakhan.
Who was this person, Doc?
In a bit of anger, said, why are y'all worried about what we did to Malcolm? What we did to Malcolm is nation business.
He's talking about Farrakhan.
You know who it is.
I don't know who it is. I really don't. I don't know.
He's talking about Farrakhan.
Who would I be traveling all the way across 3 states to go here?
It wasn't Minister Farrakhan. It wasn't Minister Farrakhan. I know he wouldn't have said that.
And why not?
That you'd have to produce that video.
Yeah, you heard it. The doc kept quiet. The doc kept quiet. He said, oh, it wasn't Mr. Farrakhan. It could have been him. And why not? Then he was the only one that said it was none of our business who cleaned up Malcolm or whatever. And that he already gave the clue. So I believe the doc when he said that. Doc said that he was there. And for this B-Rab sucker that turned around and says he don't believe, that's his man. You don't believe your boy that claimed that he was there when Farrakhan said that? That's crazy. He said, no, I was there. What are you talking about? You going to hear him say that? Look, man, I was there when he said that. Oh, that couldn't be Farrakhan. And this is the reason why I post this picture up of Jonathan and David. There's some love interest between 2 grown-ass dudes. And you have this B-Rab, he's in love with Farrakhan. If Farrakhan would have whipped his you-know-what up, this B-Rab would just went down on his knees and gave and shine his knob. I know he would do that. And they said Jonathan loved David so much, he loved him more than he loved women. And you got a lot of these dudes that's in love with Farrakhan, in love with Elijah Muhammad. And they would love these dudes more than they love the African woman. That's religion. This is the religion cult. This is that European mindset. Because if you read the Bible long enough, those who claim they know the Bible, you will see a lot of homosexual tendencies and European behavior in the Bible and even in the Quran. Even in the Quran. It's a shame. And you hear this grown man say, well, it couldn't be Farrakhan. He wouldn't say nothing like that. Well, how would you know? How would you know he wouldn't say nothing like that? Because you got so caught up loving him. You in love with this man. Not just love, but you in love with this man.
I am telling you, it is. I don't have a video. I was in the audience when it was said.
You heard what he said. He said, I was in the audience when it was said. I was in the audience when it was said. The B-Rab said, no, I don't, no, man. I just, it can't be. I don't believe you. Why not? Why you don't believe somebody was in the audience?
I remember it like it was yesterday. Those are the exact words that were said.
No, because we have on tape where
Brother Maurice, I am telling you, at Michigan State University, you may have something else on tape.
Now he said something else. He said, no, this is Michigan University. Now there are some videos, I believe. Well, there might be a video that Farrakhan was in Michigan University. They might not play the whole speech, but he was there. And yes, Farrakhan was there at Michigan University. And that's the thing. The question is, was Farrakhan at Michigan University? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That's on YouTube. You can YouTube. You can Google it. Yes, he was. And for your man, he didn't know that until his man said something. Look, this is what he said. He was at Michigan University. This is what he said. B-Rab didn't know that Farrakhan was at Michigan University.
Okay, but I am telling you, I was in the audience when that was said.
No, I think you may have misheard that one, Bob.
No, I did not.
I think you misheard that one.
No, I did not.
The minister wouldn't have said that, because that's just not true.
I did not mishear what that man said.
Because the minister loved the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. There's no way that he hearing what the messenger said and then he gonna go out and do something opposite of that. That's just not.
He said what we did to Malcolm was nation. He didn't say he did it. He didn't say that he sanctioned it, but he said what he said. I'm telling you what he said. Now, he could have been talking just in general that members of the Nation of Islam went rogue and they went against the wishes of Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Okay, but he said what I am telling you, what was said. And that fit of anger, when that audience was booing, he went crazy.
Now, I don't know about that one, Doc. I would have to be, because I've seen the minister and heard the minister. I would have to hear that one for myself.
I'm just telling you, at Michigan State University, that's what was said. And it was so memorable, okay, because I'd never been in a arena where the vast majority of people just started just booing when it was announced to the individual that they were bringing up on stage was.
Because he never when the two brothers that got out of jail, they were given posts within the Nation of Islam. Okay. They were given high honor. There's no way. That's why I say, of course I wasn't there, but I would have to see this one for myself. I would have to see some video of the minister with Thomas here and saying it. I would have to see that.
I have no reason to lie to you, brother. I'm telling you, in that kind of anger, that's what he said. Now, if he misspoke, if he let his anger just get the majority of him, hey, whatever. But I'm telling you the words that were said at Michigan State University.
What I found out recently is that Farrakhan was a gangster. He was straight terrorist gangster.
I don't know nothing about all that now.
No, I do. because he that thing that guy talking about somewhere down there.
Now I just want to play that a little bit. I'm not playing the whole thing. I'm about to end this live. I played this and I'm showing this picture about David and Jonathan and how these are two men. These are two dudes. I'm going to say men because men don't operate like that. These are two males that was so much in love with each other more than they love women. And then you have B-Rabs that's so much in love with Farrakhan, so much in love with Elijah Muhammad. And you see the evidence with how they mistreat the black women in the nation. And you heard one of the B-Rabs, Nut 7, and he says, well, they were still abusing the women in the nation. I believe that. I believe that. Now, because you got so much this homosexual tendencies where you got dudes loving another dude. How could you trust somebody like that? Now, this guy said, he said, look, man, I was there. And so disrespectful where you have a murderer who actually confessed that, yeah, I was one of the murderers that killed Malcolm. And the nation embraced him. The nation of Islam embraced him and put him among the people. And then Farrakhan gets mad when people start to boo. And you hear the B-Rab, no, I don't believe that. Now you got to show me a video of that. Brother said, man, I was there. This is cult mentality. This is cult loyalty. I call it cult loyalty. They'd rather be loyal to a cult than be loyal to their own race. That is a problem. That is a problem. And you got a lot of these cult followers that's into this David and Jonathan mentality. They would love, dudes would love another dude more than they would love women. And that is sick to me. And that's what I've heard in that discussion. That this man could not believe that that the man that he loved so much would say something like that about Malcolm X. And it's been proven that he confessed that he wrote all types of mean stuff about Malcolm, calling Malcolm a hypocrite, saying that his head to be cut off in the final call papers. And he confessed to all of these things. And for him to say he don't believe it, oh, I don't believe Farrakhan would say that. I don't understand. But then you would say, well, I like Malcolm when he was in the Nation of Islam, but when he left the nation, he did not leave. They kicked him out. And then you don't like Malcolm no more? So I thought that was interesting because you got a lot of these cult followers that's out here. And they have this, to me, I just think they have homosexual tendencies. This one man, this youngster said, oh, yeah, I'm willing to give away my daughter to an old man, as long as he's the messenger of God. And I'm like, what? Damn. You know, our people have a problem. So I just want to throw that in there. I don't want to be too long with this. I really had to talk about this. I thought this was very interesting. But we have to be mindful, and we got to stop following these cult rituals. We have to get away from these cult clout chasers. Because I can never be cool with a person that could be so much in love with another guy more than he love a woman. where this man cannot do no right. No matter who cares what he does. Who cares if he rapes and molests? Long as he's a messenger of God, he could be the worst. He could be the pedophile of all pedophiles. As long as God. That's the problem. So I just want to just throw that in there. I want to say thank you for everybody who's watching. I put the link in if anybody want to come through and chat with a brother. But I guess nobody don't want to come on, and it's cool. But I'm going to end this live feed. I thought this video was kind of funny. I just said, let me just do a program on this to show how silly some of our people sound. Like, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with somebody who was born yesterday, who never been through nothing, who never been through no type of struggle, I'm not going to do that. I'm not wasting my time and thinking somebody who was born yesterday who think they know more than me. It's not happening. I'm not wasting my time like that. And I think it was a goofy debate. But I just had to show that how people, when they loyal to another, when I hear a male is loyal to another male because they claim they're a messenger of some sort of God, or they have some sort of connection with the messenger, or this so-called messenger of God. They have this strong loyalty, and that's going to be our downfall. That's going to be our downfall, because this person who's this divine person, he can do whatever they want. There's no rules. There's no rules. He could do whatever. This divine person could do whatever they want. And to me, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. So I'm not going to sit there and co-sign that dumb shit. But for the first time, I agree with Nut 7. I agree with that Nut 7 for the first time. I never thought I would say it, but this, when it came out of this, I agreed with him. He won that. He get kudos for that. So with that said, I'm out of here. It's after 10. And I want to thank everybody for watching and people watching in the future. Like I said, I put the link in if you want to come on chat real quick. But if not, I will sign off. And subscribe. Anybody like to donate a little something, you could. I'm very grateful. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $3. It's cool. I don't care. But I appreciate it. So those who missed it, just rewind the tape. And just give them a few more minutes. Anybody want to come on? Let me see. So yeah. So with that said, I'm out. Peace and love. African love. Black power. All that good stuff. RBG for life. This is a Pan-African channel, and this is only for Pan-Africans. Pan means abroad, and we are African first. We are not just black, because black is just a color. We come from somewhere. We come from a continent. That is Mother Africa, and that's who we are, and that's what we stand by. So Pan-Africans means Africans abroad, but we are Africans all day. Africans unite. So with that said, I'm out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hotep.